something very important has to happen. And everybody in the band, KISS, and management, they know my number, okay? Someone has to say, you know, we'd like you to be involved in some way, okay? Now, I've discussed it with my manager, lawyer, and a couple of my, what I like to call team Cooley, okay? Which is, you know, people that are in my life that are, you know, professionals, and I go like, do you think it would be a good idea for me to, you know, I would pose, I said there's like a Facebook page for it and all this. What do you think? I should ask Doc, or do I, you know, I'm very close with both Gene and Paul, and I could ask them that, but I don't want them to feel awkward too if they're kind of feeling like, you know, for whatever reason. And I don't know what the reason might be, but then I go on the Cruise website, there's already like 6 other bands, they're all managed by Doc McGee, and it doesn't mean they're not good.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, I flew to Nashville for a Grand Funk gig, and I'm sitting next to Clint Black, and, you know, I got upgraded, and he's sitting there, you know, we're chatting, and Doc McGee's his manager. You know, Clint Black, the country guy, you know. And, you know, he's married to Lisa Hartman, who dated Paul Stanley for 5 minutes back in my era, you know. No, we talked about that.
That's right.
Maybe that's why he didn't email me yet. I don't know. Anyway, but you get the point. I looked at it, I said, like, A, they have enough entertainment. B, if they really did want me, or thought it would be something that they want to explore.
I think they're saving us for the slow boat to China.
The slow boat to China, maybe. But I just think, in the same way that I never saw any bill with Ace and KISS when Ace has been solo, and Ace puts on a great show, he does all the songs you guys want to hear. I just think there's maybe an unwritten conflict, if you get what I'm saying. But it means a lot to me that you guys care.
Yeah.
You know. But it isn't about.
We should have our own cruise.
But, you know, the important thing is that you guys are going to have a great time. What can I say? You know, one day, who knows, maybe there really would be.
They'll ask you next time.
You're a roommate for next year, and then
You're a roommate.
we'll buy you a ticket.
Sorry, I really want my own room. Really well. Let's move
We
on.
used to fight about that on Joe and Meatloaf. We're gonna have our own rooms.
Exactly. All right, let's move away from the cruise now. And I'll give you another one. The Hard Rock Cafe, right there in Miami.
Yes.
I know someone that knows the people there. They're like, we're supposed to go there because apparently there's like a party there.
Yes.
And then again, I had to ask my manager guy. You know, I go like, bad idea, right? He goes like, not good.
No.
It's not gonna. Nobody in KISS is gonna be happy about that. You know what I mean? So and I don't need to. Fortunately, I don't need to. But, you know, I'm just saying.
And there is like Bill Maher, politically correct.
Exactly. So I pick and choose my things, you know, and because I'm respectful to whatever it is, the bigger picture, they do respect me, and I always have their ear. Gene would go to bat for me in anything. Paul is a friend. You know what I'm saying? And that's really important to me. So I don't need to piss them off or make them uncomfortable. I've gotten too much good out of it from the 12 years. Yeah, front over here. Okay.
How close were you with Eric Carr back in?
Well, Eric Carr, yes, how close I am, was rather. You know, he certainly was the closest when I was in the band. And he was alive, of course. We were tight. Towards the end, it got stressful because he was just getting very upset about things. Unfortunately, I mean, the guy was so talented and so funny and such a big heart. It was such a tragedy, as you know. And
The situation with him was, if I may interject, you know, because I was involved with some of the recordings, and Gene and Paul were hanging out with Gene and Paul, and so I was hanging out with Eric. And he had a hard time coming to grips with his position in the band, and I would always remind him, the fans don't view this from the political point of view that you see it, that I don't feel I'm contributing enough, I don't feel that they take me seriously enough, I think I could do more. They view it as a band, and Ringo Starr was the band in the Beatles, and he didn't do as much as Paul McCartney, but he came to grips with that. Eric couldn't seem to come to grips with that part of the program, and that was sad, but as I said to everybody else, you're as important in the band as Gene or Paul or anybody else. It's just you don't see it that way because you're you. And we all have to understand that. Looking through our own eyes sometimes, things are skewered by the fact that we can't be objective. You can't see it the way other people see it. And I think this made him miserable and contributed to his downfall, sadly.
yeah, he certainly. We bonded because, you know, Gene and Paul were equal, right? And then we worked in the band So we were on the same level, so that way we got close. But my biggest problems was, like what Bob said, when he, you know, it's good to get what your pecking order is in any job, in any family. You know, it's good to know who's the pack leader and what your role is. Even though you may not like it, it's nature, you know, learn from the animal kingdom, okay? So there's no reason when you have two very, very alpha males like Gene and Paul running the band, and they compete too, which is another reason why they're successful though too. You know, there's a certain thing about
They do drive each other.
yeah, but you know, we're working with them, and Eric at times always felt like, well, it didn't feel right to him, you know. So, but you know, I miss him a lot, and I'm very, very fortunate that I got a chance to work with him that long. You know. Are you? Yes, go ahead.
Guys, just so we know, 51 through 60 next for Peter.